It is training time. What is happening, my friends? Mr. Jonathan Budd here. Excited to have a quick little chat with you guys about Twitter. I want to have a quick little chat with everybody about social media today. I felt kind of inspired because yesterday, when you have those moments where you're just kind of like, oh, wow, I see something a little bit different there now, or that's cool. I see something a little bit differently. And yesterday, to be totally frank and honest, I have not been able to spend the amount of time that I would have liked to have spent with the specific site Twitter over the past, month, 2 months, because I've just been so busy. We've literally scaled our business to be, 4 to 5 times the size it was just, 2, 3, 4 months ago. So I've been so consumed with all of these other tasks and parts of business that I haven't had a super amount of time to just be able to spend with Twitter. And yesterday, I was looking at something, and actually, my buddy Jason Shaver was in my Twitter account, just kind of pimping it out, as he said, setting up a bunch of different things that we actually teach our coaching clients how to do that really automate the process of Twitter and just increase responsiveness and all of these really important, powerful things. But I wanted to share something with everybody today, and I wanted to talk about this network because if you're out there and you're not using Twitter right now, you're seriously not using Twitter, you are crazy. You're crazy. If you're a networker, okay, if you value networking and you value relationship building and you're not using Twitter, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy because I've been able to see just how easy and just how simple it is to meet people, to network and build so many relationships on this site that it's seriously just nuts. So this might sound totally basic to some Twitter some Twitter geeks out there and stuff like that, but yesterday I actually discovered how to send a message directly to somebody else on Twitter right through this little thing, which I had never done before. I didn't even know people were sending me messages. Right now, I'm in my back office, and you can see that if I click on this replies thing right here, these are all people that have been sending me personal messages on Twitter, all people that are basically trying to network with me on Twitter that I didn't even know were sending me messages because I never went and clicked this little replies thing. Okay, that's how much of a newbie I was. I didn't even click this replies thing and figure out and see that all of these people were sending me direct messages. And what's amazing about this is that this community is so incredibly active and it's so incredibly easy, right? So incredibly easy to make friends when you're in Twitter. If you're brand new to Twitter and you're just like, or you've seen it before, but you're kind of still like confused as to what it is and how it's powerful and what you can do with it, these are all the people that I'm following down here, and these are all the people that are following me up here. So I can click on all these people who are following me, and you know what? I'm actually going to follow them back because I want to follow people back, and I want to see and stay connected with them and in touch with them and all sorts of stuff like that. But when you go around and you literally just start finding interesting people, I mean, you could literally come to my Twitter account right now, which is twitter.com/Jonathan Budd, and you can look at and just find out who's following me and poke around and see and find interesting people and do this and do that. All you have to do is follow these people, and a vast majority, there's actually been a lot of statistics done on this, something like 35 to 45% of the people you follow will follow you back. Okay? 35 to 45% of the people you follow are going to see that you're following them and follow you back. And what happens when they do that is every single time you go and you make this little tweet, it pops up on their homepage. It pops up on their homepage. But what's even cooler about that is something I learned yesterday. I'm still playing around with this. But when let's say I wanted to send something specifically to somebody who sent me a reply here. Let's say I wanted to send something specifically to Jody Thompson down here. Jody recommends. All I have to do is come up here and click at, and then type in Jody recommends. And now what this is going to do is it's going to send Jody a direct reply. Okay, so it's going to be like a direct personal communication with Jody that is also going to populate and show across her network. Okay, so all of her friends are going to be able to see this. And that is really, really powerful, because what that does is it gets me exposure. Okay, it gets me exposure all across Jody's page, Jody's network, so that all of her friends can now see me. So when you're literally out there interacting with people on Twitter, sending messages to Jody, sending messages to Kat Corbin, sending messages to Adam, sending messages to Tatiana, the Russian diva down here, what you're doing is you're, in essence, creating so much more possibility for people to find you. Okay, for people to find you, you're creating so much more exposure for yourself. You start to really build a presence. You start to really build a name, and really, create lots of connections with mass amounts of people out there in the community. Okay, so I would say to Jody, Jody, I just love you, just like that. And I'm gonna send that to Jody, and she'll probably see this in a little bit and laugh. But boom, that goes out to Jody, and now all of Jody's friends can see that, and all over the place I'm going to be getting more exposure. Method number one to why Twitter is such a beautifully designed and incredibly powerful thing, because just from these tiny little addictive tweets, right? This is addictive. These little 140 kind of word blurbs. You can really get hooked on this stuff, but you're creating this massive exposure where on other people's accounts all over the place, just from you networking, you're showing up, you're showing up, you're showing up. And this is an active community. If you don't know right now, Twitter was the fastest growing website this year. This year, the fastest growing website. It is growing faster than any other social media site there is out there. Okay, more people are coming to Twitter every day than any other social media Web 2.0 site there is out there. This site is freaking huge right now, okay? So the other thing about this is that when you start to do this and you increase these followers over here, you just keep jacking these followers, what happens is you create a massive social credibility. When you go to actually interact with prospects and brand with prospects, as you start to get thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, not only do you have more power, more capability to generate traffic and have people find your site. For instance, everybody in the world can come back here and click on my link, so you've got thousands and thousands of people who can see your profile and find your link, which is plastered right over here. But it builds incredible credibility, because now everyone's saying to themselves, who is this person that has thousands and thousands of people following them? Wow, they must be something kind of special. And all of a sudden, your esteem and your credibility and the way you posture yourself and position yourself to your prospects and the people who are coming across you just hits the next level, because you've got this massive social credibility. And that's really what we've been teaching our coaching students and some of the people in our inner circle how to do over the last few weeks. And I've just been having so much fun doing it and seeing them get so much results, like I'm saying, thousands and thousands of followers in a matter of weeks, that it's just totally inspired me to make this video and motivate you and share it with you and tell you to get your butt on Twitter, my friends. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you want to stay tuned in and network with me and see my tweets and learn more about this, just go to twitter.com/Jonathan Budd, twitter.com/Jonathan Budd, and trust me, wonderful, smart, intelligent men and women out there in the industry, you've got to take Twitter a little bit more seriously. You've got to go where the going is good and get hot, and this is where it's at right now, my friends. I would love to see all of you on here networking like crazy, meeting each other, and creating more success in life, because that's what it's about. Much appreciation of all of you. I hope you all enjoy yourself today, and I will be back to teach you more in a bit. Bye-bye.